Okay, so today is the big day where we can listen to the final master, and you can tear everything apart and tell us how awful we did.
I would say this is the appropriate time for that.
Yeah, when everything is done and sent off to
Yeah.
pressing, it's the perfect time for criticism.
A little bit later would be better.
A little, for more agony and pain.
Yeah, I have to tell you, Björn, I spotted a couple of things when listening last night.
Yeah, you can also go and yourself if you want to. That's totally fine.
Some real love there.
Yeah. Humor is the only way to survive this relationship.
Yeah.
Some sort of therapy, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, so shall we maybe take a listen to the first song of the record, which is unfortunately without you, Andy, but you can still enjoy it, hopefully.
Let's go for
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, let's go then.
unorthodox and keen to explore, disregarding the ways of the old. Experience life in a different light. Why should we live with such a hurry and waste of time? Determined to be starved before we are hungry. Oh, any hour of the day, anxious to stand on the meeting.
my goodness.
Woo!
This is my favorite song.
Yeah, it
I
turned
think
out
it's
mine.
so nicely.
Not my one.
Not yours.
but
What's yours?
Strictly
Why?
about experience talking, not about the song.
was it the toughest one for you?
I wouldn't say the toughest, because if I say that, that would be like disregarding the other songs, you know.
Right.
So
Yeah.
no, necessarily. But I'll tell you what I think every time I hear the song. First of all, can I speak first?
Yeah, sure.
The basically, like, every Marcell song is not the same, let alone similar to the structure of stuff. So basically, you can get done like with like a, oh, that's a verse, that's a chorus thing. Like a part is a part. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just a part of its own. So not only it's tough like to put things together in perspective, because they have to like build up, lead up in a sense. It, unless you have the whole piece of the puzzle, basically every piece of the puzzle, it's impossible to realize what the hell you have to do with with each part. So basically, unless you hear the top part at the end, there's no way you can structure the bottom part in the beginning. So it's all like, it's mostly like math than than actually performance in a sense. So like calculating each part. So that's one thing. And also coming to the, let's say, again, a verse is never sung in a structural, like typical structural verse pattern. So what it means is like you can never do the same thing twice. So basically, each like each line, it's its own line. So in that respect, you cannot recite something, you know, like in a typical, I wouldn't say copy paste, but like in a typical fashion that you would do in a like standard song. So it's like one song, it can be 10 songs in reality. So basically, very, very tough task to do. That's mainly the tough part about it, not the performance so much, although it's freaking hard, like especially the end part. I
The
just
end.
remember we tried like different things. It was like, no, go that way, no, go this way. So you have to also remember the rhythmical parts and the words to fall into place. And you know, it's like, again, a very jigsawy, what can I say? But in the end, I will give him that. He asked me to do that end differently than I had in mind at first. And I remember we came up with 2 versions or 3 versions. And I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know, I'm done. Like at this stage, you choose whatever you want. It's like, no, I'm going to use all of them. All right, I give up. He's crazier than me, so there you go. Yeah,
But you did a
that's my
fantastic job.
experience.
I mean, it
Oh.
sounds so good. The vocals are
Thanks,
brilliant.
man.
Also the drumming, by the way. It's the drums
Mhm.
are, I mean, I honestly don't know how you did it in
Yeah.
such a short time.
That's what I was
It's,
thinking.
Yeah, that's the most important part. Every time you told me that you would go to the studios to record 2 or 3 of the songs, I always thought, how can you have memorized all of that in such a short time? I don't get it.
Yeah. I will speak Portuguese. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conseguiu
And-
entender a
Sure.
pergunta? Você conseguiu entender a pergunta, Vini?
Sim, ele perguntou como eu consegui decorar em tão pouco tempo, né? 2 músicas, 2 a 3 músicas. Bom, essa música foi basicamente o meu teste para entrar. Eu lembro que quando eu conversei com o Marcell pela primeira vez, ele me mandou um trecho dessa música antes da gente fechar o trabalho, né? Ele falou para mim, vê se você consegue tocar isso daqui. Você já
Okay,
quer
hang on.
ele lá?
Yes. So Vinny remembers that the song was like his test, right? So Marcel sent this song to him, and
30
he thought,
seconds.
okay, exactly, 30 seconds, okay. And he thought, okay, let's see if I can actually do this. And this was the first step, the first song, first test, and let's keep going. Vini, pode continuar, por favor.
E aí, depois que eu escrevi, na verdade, eu não cheguei a tocar, mas eu escrevi tudo no MIDI. E a ideia era otimizar o tempo. Então, eu queria gravar o mais rápido possível, a maior quantidade de músicas que eu conseguisse. E essa música em específico, essa e Tiny Miracles, essas 2 foram as mais difíceis para eu gravar.
Okay, so Tiny Miracles and this song, these 2 songs were the hardest ones for him to record. And one of the steps he actually take to do so is basically try to write everything in MIDI first, so that he can visualize the sections, and then so he can practice over them.
E por
Vini?
último, a última coisa, eu acho que a parte mais difícil foi criar uma linha de bateria que fizesse sentido junto com as guitarras. Eu lembro que ele me mandou a voz, uma prévia da voz, na verdade, ainda não estava 100% finalizado. E quando eu ouvi a primeira vez, eu pensei, caraca, o que eu vou fazer nessa música? Porque o prog que eu tô acostumado é mais voltado pro Gent. Então, Monuments, Hacktivist, um pouco de Animals as Leaders. Então, foi bastante difícil. Eu quase recusei esse trabalho pela dificuldade. Foi de fato, eu tinha até comentado com você, inclusive, foi a gravação mais difícil que eu fiz em todos esses anos gravando para outros países.
So basically, that was the hardest recording he has ever done so far, remotely without an artist. Exactly. So one of the main challenges were like, how could he think of his personality in his parts with respect to what Marcell has written previously in regards to the guitar sections and the vocal sections, because this is really difficult for him, because the personality Marcell brings to the compositions are a bit different from what the background he has, musically speaking, in terms of composition and the listening experience. So besides the technicalities of the parts, how could we be creative without damaging Marcel section? So balancing out these two responsibilities were really hard for him to do, and he almost said no, Marcel. Almost.
I would.
Really? You would? Yeah, same.
Yeah, first listening, like a little goes on, it's like, I'm done.
Yeah. What I'm curious about, I mean, I know the drum playthroughs that you recorded, Vinny, and you played Alter Ego and Tell the Moon in one take. How was it when you recorded a song like Cabin? Did you split it up and put it back together when you sent it to us, or did you really pull that off in one take? Can you translate that for him?
Você
Acho que
pode entender a pergunta, Vini?
entendi. Ele perguntou se eu gravei em um take.
Como que você conseguiu fazer isso de fato? Se foi one take ou se você precisou
não.
juntar de alguma forma?
Tell the Moon is one take.
Yeah.
Really?
Because I
Wow.
record the video in the same time. Então,
What the hell?
yeah. 11 minutes?
Yeah,
I think,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Outer Ego,
Yeah.
same one take.
I know.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Only two. Only two.
Okay.
Só essas duas eu gravei one take. As outras, impossível. Não, impossível não. Não vou falar impossível porque dá para fazer em um take. Mas como eu não tinha a preocupação de gravar o vídeo junto com o áudio, então eu não gravei um take. Aí eu consegui dar mais atenção aos detalhes.
Interesting. So basically, it depends on the availability and the schedule for his appointments. If he has the need to record both audio and video at once, he would have to put more attention in this specific song so that both products could be aligned with each other. And if a song needs more attention to the audio specifically, and there is no specifically strictly reason to record a video at the same time, then he would chop off a little parts of the song, because it seems impossible to do so in one song depending on the arrangement, right? So he has to balance out time, his own schedules, availability of gear, equipment. to choose what could he do in one take and what should be like more polished throughout time. But time is not always, available for everybody in every moment. So he has to be strategic in which in selecting the songs he does in one take.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally makes sense.
But this style of music in one take, that's insane. That's unheard of.
Exactly.
I don't know.
That's why
George, did you do one takes too?
Yeah. Every song. Basically, it was like 6 takes or something. Yeah.
He didn't even breathe in 14 minutes.
Yeah. Magic powers.